to the world of handy home products. Quality crafted products for your home and family. Handy Home Products manufactures storage buildings in various designs and sizes. The Estate is the largest and most deluxe storage building, featuring an 8-foot roll-up garage door. It measures 12 feet wide by 16 feet long by 12 feet high. It's also available with cedar siding and trim. This model is called the Baron. The Heritage is a 10-foot wide hut in the traditional barn style. The Canturbury is the same hut with cedar siding and trim. The most popular 8-foot wide hut is the Premier, and the Seville is the deluxe model 8-foot wide hut. The Bloomfield is an extra wide lean-to hut made of cedar plywood and cedar trim. The Franklin is the same model made of pine plywood and pine trim. The Aspen is a lean-to hut 6 feet by 4 feet with double doors, and the Chelsea is a single-door lean-to hut 5 feet by 4 feet. If you wish to combine a storage hut and a porch, we present the Sundowner. The Weekender is our most versatile building, suitable for many uses, from storage building to weekend lodge. The Imperial Recycling Center and Refuse Organizer is a useful addition to any household. There's a smaller version, the Oakland, made of Luan plywood. Handy Home Products makes kits for kids, too. This Cedar Chalet is the ultimate playhouse, and the Golden Carousel Cedar Sandbox is very popular, too. Gazebos add living room to any home. The Monterey is a square or rectangular gazebo available in 3 sizes. The deluxe round gazebo, the Florence, is also available in 3 sizes. The Roma is an 8-foot diameter gazebo with shingled roof, and the Venice is the same gazebo with an open lattice roof. Since pets are part of many families, Handy Home Products presents Canine Cabin, a popular doghouse available in 3 sizes. For a free brochure with all the details, call 1-800-221-1849 or write Handy Home Products, Post Office Box 548, Walled Lake, Michigan 48390. Congratulations on your purchase of a Handy Hut, the Heritage Series. The standard size is 10 by 8 feet. By using an extender kit, this standard model can be expanded to 10 by 12 feet, which is shown at the end of this tape, or even more, up to 10 by 20 feet using more extender kits. Using only a hammer, tape measure, screwdriver, or power screwdriver, this storage hut is easy to assemble and will give you excellent service for years to come. Our printed instructions are easy to follow. This video will make assembly even easier. It also shows you how to do additional things like shingling the roof, putting in vents, and even clearing and leveling the ground. If you still have problems, don't go back to the store. Call Handy Home Products 1-800-221-1849. After you have erected your handy hut, complete and mail the green warranty card to activate the warranty. Your handy hut must be erected on a wooden floor system or a concrete slab. The most popular way to build is on our wooden floor kit. We will build this hut in a 10 feet by 8 feet size and the 10 feet by 12 feet size using a 4-foot extender. Make sure the area you choose has good drainage so you avoid standing water under your floor. After selecting the site for your handy hut, place stakes into ground indicating the area of erection. Using a tape measure, make certain that your stakes are square and even. Do this by measuring the 4 corners, then measure across the diagonal to make sure you are square. The sod must be removed next. It is best to cut the sod with a flat-bladed spade before rolling it up to take away. Detailed assembly instructions for the floor kit in the assembly booklet should be read thoroughly before beginning assembly. Always check to make sure all parts are included before you start. In high humidity areas, a plastic sheet is recommended to alleviate dampness. Arrange the 4 floor bond boards and the 6 floor joists for the 10 feet by 8 feet base as shown on the printed instructions. Nail twice through floor bond board into each end of each floor joist, keeping flush at tops and ends. Use 4 nails in the 2 locations where the 96-inch floor bond board meets a 24-inch floor bond board. The assembled frame should be positioned at the hut site, leveled and shimmed to the ground. Position a 4 feet by 8 feet panel on one end of frame, flush to outside edges. Center on 3rd floor joist. Secure panel with 2 nails at each outside corner and 1 nail at each inside corner. Next, position 2 feet by 8 feet floor panel flush against 1st floor panel and flush to edges of frame. Center on 4th floor joist. Secure panel with 1 nail at each inside corner. Position last 4 feet by 8 feet floor panel flush against 24-inch floor panel and flush to edges of frame. Nail similar to first 48-inch floor panel. Nail every 12 inches through all floor panels into floor bond boards and floor joists, using a 2x4 purlin from the hut to help locate and mark location of floor joists. Your floor is now complete. Be sure it is properly in position and level to the ground before beginning assembly of your handy hut. Open the box and check parts list carefully using the checklist on the instruction sheet to assure completeness. Read the assembly folder thoroughly and watch this video to completion. Call 1-800-221-1849 if you have any questions or if there are parts missing. Begin assembly by laying down front wall panels with doors up, butting them tightly together against door spacer. Apply Part C over door exterior trim with 4 1¼ inch screws through trim into panels. Apply 2 temporary door braces from scrap to top and bottom of doors with 4 2-inch nails each. Nail partially for easier removal later. Set assembled front wall aside. At front corner of floor, lay front wall extender flush to side edge of floor and mark width of extender on floor. This mark will position the assembled front wall panels on floor. Make similar marks on other 3 corners, front and back. Start the assembly of the back wall panels by arranging Part 1, horizontal rear wall brace and 3 vertical interior wall braces, 23 inches on center as shown. Connect with 2 3½ inch nails through horizontal brace into each vertical brace. Add Part 5, vertical interior short brace in center of horizontal rear wall brace with 2 3½ inch nails, leaving approximately 5½ inches from top of brace to peak. Lay right rear wall panel over braces. Using a scrap of 2x4 as a measuring device, arrange panel with a 1½ inch bottom overhang. At bottom of panel, mark off 23 3/4 inches to indicate position of center of brace under panel. Repeat near top of panel and use a spare 2x4 to mark locations for nails. Partially secure panel with 4 2-inch nails. Lay left rear wall panel over braces and flush to right rear wall panel. Using 2x4 scrap, again measure 1.5 inches space at bottom. For nailing purposes, measure 74¼ inches from bottom of panel to locate top of part 1, horizontal rear wall brace under panel. Nail approximately every 8 inches with 2-inch nails through panel into braces. Using position mark, set assembled front wall on front of floor with locator block setting on floor and front wall panels overhanging the floor 1.5 inches. Nail 2-inch nails 3 times on each side of doors through front wall panels into floor. Temporarily nail 2 vertical interior wall braces, part 3, to front wall and to floor to support the front wall, with braces at approximately 75-degree angle to the floor. Position part 7, extender panel connector, flush on floor, half covered by front wall panel. Secure with 8 2-inch nails through front wall into connector. Position front wall extender flush against front wall and secure with 8 2-inch nails through extender into connector and 3 2-inch nails into floor. Apply front wall extender to other side of front wall in the same manner. Using position mark, set assembled rear wall on floor opposite front wall, overhanging the floor 1.5 inches. Nail every 8 inches through rear wall panels into floor. Rear wall extenders are now applied to rear wall panels with the same procedure used for front wall extenders. Position corner purlin supports standing on floor and flush to outside edges of front and rear walls. Connect with 3 2-inch nails through walls into supports. Lay middle sidewall purlin on top of corner purlin supports and secure at each end by nailing through top of purlin into support with 3.5-inch nails and through panel into purlin with 2-inch nails. Add 2 more corner purlin supports on top of middle sidewall purlin and connect each with 3 2-inch nails through panels into supports. Add top sidewall purlin on top of these supports and secure at each end by nailing through top of purlin into support with 3.5-inch nails and through panels into purlin with 2-inch nails. Repeat installation of corner purlin supports and middle and top sidewall purlins at opposite side of hut. Assemble 2 parts of sidewall panels into 1 complete sidewall 48 inches by 93 inches. This is achieved with 8 2-inch nails through panels into splicing blocks which are on the inside. Position sidewall panel flush with top of purlin and flush with front of hut. Using 2-inch nails, nail through top right corner of panel into purlin. Square up panel at middle, then at bottom right-hand corner. Nail through panel into middle sidewall purlin and then through panel into floor as you square up panel. After removing temporary braces used to support front wall, install other sidewall panel in the same manner. Measure a distance of 21 inches from top side wall purlin and mark at both sides of front and back walls. Secure lower roof middle purlins at all 4 marks with 2 2-inch nails through panels into purlins. Insert lower rooftop purlins into locator blocks and nail each end with 2 2-inch nails. Insert upper roof 2x6 middle purlins into locator blocks and nail each end with 3 2-inch nails. Do not install top roof purlin at this time. Position lower roof panel flush with top of roof purlin and overhanging front wall as shown by using 2x4 scrap. Roof panel overhangs front wall 1.5 inches. Nail top front panel through panel into roof purlin. Noting a distance of 21 inches between purlins, mark position of lower roof middle purlin by using a spare purlin. Nail on corners and center through panel into purlins approximately every 8 inches. Install opposite lower roof panel in the same manner. Apply swivel hasp to front doors with 7 screws. Remove temporary door braces at top and bottom and remove 2 door shims. With doors open and working inside hut, position Part 3, vertical interior wall brace flush against floor and parallel to edge of door opening. From outside, secure vertical interior wall brace by installing missing 3-inch screw in each door hinge. Then nail through exterior trim and panel into vertical interior wall brace with 6 3.5-inch nails. Repeat this procedure to install vertical interior wall brace on other side of door. Back inside, position Part 2, over door interior door stop centered on top of vertical interior wall braces. Secure with 2 3.5-inch nails each end through doorstop into vertical braces. From outside, secure over door interior doorstop with 6 3.5-inch nails through exterior trim and siding into doorstop. Inside hut, position Part 4, angled interior doorstop flush against over door stop and vertical wall brace. From outside, secure angled interior doorstop with 2 2-inch nails through exterior door trim into angled interior doorstop. Repeat procedure to install second angled interior doorstop on other side. Inside hut, position Part 5, vertical interior short brace centered and flush against over door interior doorstop. From outside, secure vertical interior short brace with 4 2-inch nails through wall panels into brace. Inside hut, on left door, mark 1 inch from edge of door at top, middle, and bottom. Position Part 6, vertical interior centered door brace at 1-inch mark. Use a nail as shim to separate vertical centered door brace from over door stop. From outside, secure vertical interior centered door brace with 7 3.5-inch nails through exterior trim into door brace. Repeat this procedure to install second vertical centered door brace on right door. Inside hut, position plywood doorstop on left door flush against and to top of vertical interior centered door brace and overlapping space between the 2 doors. Secure with 7 1.25-inch screws through plywood doorstop to door. Inside, install interior barrel bolt with 6 screws. Position peak purlin flush on top of vertical interior short braces. Secure with 6 2-inch nails through panels into purlin at each end. Position top roof panel even with peak of front wall and use 2x3 scrap spacer at peak to get proper overhang. Line up bottom of top roof panel with overhang of lower roof panel. Nail through top roof panel into top roof purlin and the other 2 roof purlins at front of hut, making sure to maintain the 1.5-inch overhang. At rear of hut, you may have to rack the panel to make sure everything is squared up. Nail through top roof panel at rear as previously and also in the center into purlin. Install opposite top roof panel in the same manner, making sure to maintain 1.5-inch overhang. Now finish nailing both top roof panels about every 8 inches through panels into purlins. You are now ready to start installing the trim. Before installing, locate all trim pieces and examine them to find the best side. Position pieces to use the best side facing out, and always start at the front of the hut. Part P, top roof trim, is installed flush to roof panels and flush to each other at peak. Secure all trim with 3 2-inch nails through trim into wall panels and through roof panel into trim. Repeat this procedure with Part R, lower roof trim, flush with roof panels and flush to top roof trim. Install trim to back wall with same procedure, making certain that the best side faces out. Assemble 8 pieces, Part T, into 4 corner trim units with 3 2-inch nails each. Position soffit end support between lower roof trim and the assembled Part T corner trim held in place by hand. Secure soffit end support with 2 2-inch nails through support into front wall. Secure corner trim unit previously assembled with 4 2-inch nails through front trim into front wall panel and with 4 2-inch nails through side trim into side wall panels. Repeat procedure to install soffit end supports and corner trim units at the other 3 corners. Position soffit face panel between the soffit end supports and secure with 2 2-inch nails each through supports into the ends of the face panel. Measuring from the front of the roof panel, mark 24, 48, and 72 inches. Position soffit interior supports at marks between soffit face panel and hut sidewall. Secure each with 2 2-inch nails through face panel into supports. Working inside the hut, measure and mark 20 5/8 inches and 44 5/8 inches from front corner purlin support. Now measure 20 5/8 inches from rear wall corner purlin support just under top sidewall purlin. Secure each soffit interior support with 2 2-inch nails through inside sidewall into supports. Back outside, position soffit roof panel flush against and flush both ends to lower roof panel and secure with 2 2-inch nails each into the 5 soffit supports. Install soffit on opposite side of hut in the same manner. Next, you should caulk along the roof line and all horizontal and vertical surfaces, as well as all joints in wood and over all screw and nail depressions. It is best to use a good grade of exterior latex caulk. After applying, the bead should be smoothed out. Always keep putty knife or finger wet when smoothing out caulk. You have the option of ventilating your handy hut. To install the vent, mark intended placement, drill pilot holes, and then cut out hole with a keyhole saw or a saber saw. The vent is then screwed in place. You should also add a lower vent by following the same procedure. Your handy hut is now ready to be either painted or stained. This will ensure long life of the wafer board or plywood panels. Make sure to paint the doors on the inside, the outside, and all edges. Don't forget to paint all exposed edges of the wafer board or plywood panels. You'll want to put roof shingles on your handy hut. First, install the drip edge by nailing every 12 inches through drip edge into soffit roof panels and then on front and back edge of roof panels. The drip edge protects the edges of the wafer board and will add many additional years of service to your hut. Nail first row of shingles with notch facing up, starting flush with drip edge at the front and bottom of first roof panel. The next course is nailed notches down and flush at bottom of first roof panel. Starting the second course, line up the first piece with the top of the notch on the first row of shingles. There is a slit cut in the top of each shingle to help align from front to back. Each row should stagger so the notches fall in the center of the tabs on the preceding course. Continue on with each course on both sides in the same manner until complete. Use a knife to trim off excess at the front, back, and at the ridge. For ridge coverage, cut shingle panel at notches into 3 12-inch by 12-inch pieces. Trim the back half of the ridge shingle by angle trimming as shown. Start at the front and overlap each piece halfway and nail in place. Cut the last piece in half and nail over the back half of the preceding piece. Well, congratulations, you've done it. The beautiful and useful handy hut is now finished and ready for use. The following information will help you assemble larger huts using the basic 10 feet by 8 feet kit plus extender kits. We are assembling a 10 feet by 12 feet size. If you're building a 16 feet or 20 feet building, the procedure will be the same using more extender kits. First, it is necessary to build a larger floor. In this demonstration, we will assemble a 10 feet by 12 feet floor using the original 10 feet by 8 feet floor plus a 4 feet floor extender kit. Arrange 6 floor bond boards and the 6 floor joists as shown. Floor joists are nailed to floor bond boards every 24 inches using 2 3.5-inch nails and 4 3.5-inch nails at joints. Butt assembled extender frame against rear of original 10 feet by 8 feet floor frame. Connect with 12 3.5-inch nails as shown. Position and secure floor panels as previously shown. Now assemble and erect front and back walls as in the 10 feet by 8 feet assembly section. To lengthen hut, it is necessary to use a truss support system. Position the 2 halves of the truss and the 2 truss peak gussets as shown, and connect with 20 2-inch nails through gusset into truss, following the nailing diagram shown in the printed assembly folder. Repeat this nailing procedure on the other side, nailing through gusset into truss. The metal purlin hangers must now be fastened to the truss. Measure 21 inches from peak and 41.5 inches and 21 inches from bottom of truss. Repeat these measurements on the other side of the truss. Centered on pencil mark, nail 2x4 roof panel hangers with 4 2-inch nails. Hanger spread should be slightly larger than 1.5 inches to accommodate purlin. Next, nail 2x6 top roof panel mid-wall hanger 21 inches from peak of truss to center line of hanger centered on pencil mark, and then 2x6 ridge hanger centered on ridge. Install all hangers on this side of truss and repeat on other side of truss. Position corner purlin supports standing on floor and flush with outside edge of front and rear walls. Connect each support with 3 2-inch nails through walls into support. Place 2x4 purlin 92 5/8 inches long on top of front corner purlin support and perpendicular to sidewall plywood support using 2x3 by 21 3/4 inch corner purlin support as spacer. Connect with 2 2-inch nails through front wall into purlin and 2 2-inch nails through plywood support into purlin. Remove 2x3 by 21 3/4 inch purlin spacer and repeat to add upper 2x4 by 92 5/8 inch purlin. Position 2x4 by 45 3/8 purlin extender on top of corner purlin support. Do not nail, and perpendicular to another sidewall plywood support using 2x3 by 21 3/4 inch corner purlin support as spacer. Connect with two 2-inch nails through plywood support into purlin. Set upper corner purlin support on top of purlin extender and connect with three 2-inch nails through rear wall into support. Place upper 2x4 purlin extender on top of upper corner purlin support, do not nail, and flush with top of plywood support. Connect with two 2-inch nails through plywood support into purlin. With purlins setting loosely on top of corner purlin supports and flush against rear wall, swing the plywood support and purlins flush with outside edge of floor. Secure with two 2-inch nails through rear wall into each purlin. There should be space between the plywood supports to fit a 2x4 sidewall truss support. Place sidewall truss support between sidewall plywood supports sandwich style and sitting on floor. Connect with 8 2-inch nails through plywood supports into truss support, 4 3-inch nails toe-nailed into floor, and 2 3-inch nails toe-nailed through purlins into plywood supports. Repeat these procedures on the other side of the hut. Position assembled roof truss on top of sidewall truss supports and connect with 3 3-inch nails through roof truss into supports on each side of hut. Mark rear wall 21 inches from top of upper sidewall purlin. Repeat on the other side and both sides of the front wall. Install middle front roof purlin, one end into hanger, and nail other end through front wall into purlin with two 2-inch nails. Also, two 3-inch nails through hanger into truss. Line up with the 21-inch mark as shown. Repeat with rest of purlins until all in place. Next, it is necessary to assemble the side walls. The 45-inch wide panel should be placed so that the narrow to groove side is at the front of the hut. Lay down the other panels next and connect all panels temporarily, screwing 1x3 temporary connectors over panels after making certain panels are lined up properly. Repeat with sidewalls for other side. Locate assembled sidewall even with top of purlin and even with front of building, and nail with 2-inch nail. Nail again at mid-wall purlin and at bottom. Making certain that everything is square, continue to nail from front to back, keeping sidewall flush with top of upper sidewall purlin. If available, you can use a chalk line to mark the location of the mid-wall purlin. If not, you can measure down from top of upper sidewall purlin and use a soffit fascia board to mark the line. Complete nailing sidewall panels with 2-inch nails every 12 inches. The 8 feet and 4 feet roof panels are joined in the same manner using 1x3 temporary braces. The complete roof panel is installed level with top of purlin and overhanging the front 1.5 inches. A scrap of 2x3 can be used to align the panel. Nail top, middle, and bottom of panel at front. Making certain that everything is square, complete nailing the roof panel every 12 inches from front to back. Repeat with other roof panel on other side.